Well met, adventurer. So, you're on a plateau with your diet and you want my advice for how to approach the situation. Simple. Stop consuming your diet on a plateau. Because a plateau can also mean this is Muscle and Magicka, and you, my friend, have a terrible sense of humor. One of our core beliefs here at Muscle and Magicka is that weight loss, and really just fitness and nutrition in general, need not and should not exist in that realm of hopes and dreams and guesswork. It is an exacting science, and skilling up your physique can and should be every bit as straightforward and simple as skilling up in an RPG. However, if you want to be able to see your experience bar, if you really want to take complete control of your progress, you need to be aware of your caloric intake. Think about it like this. You wouldn't just go up to a flight master and ask for a flight path if you didn't know what city you were in and you had no idea what city you were trying to get to. Especially if we're talking about a goblin flight master, because you're likely to end up in Vash'jir pulling a stunt like that. And no one wants to end up in Vash'jir. No, it doesn't work like that. If you want to get from point A to point B, you need to first of all have both points discovered, and more importantly, they need to be connected to each other. And it's really the same thing when it comes to nutrition, okay? Weight loss is really as simple as creating an energy deficit, or in other words, making sure that the amount of calories that you take in is less than the amount of calories that you expend. Now, tracking your calories allows you to first of all figure out your point A, your maintenance level, the amount of calories that you need simply just to maintain your current weight, from which point you can then plot your point B, or the appropriate amount of calories for you to take in if you're trying to lose weight. And the thing about tracking calories is that it allows you to ensure that you're in a deficit. So you don't have to worry about hoping that you didn't eat too much food or hoping that you ate the right kinds of food. You don't have to limit yourself in terms of your food choices because you know exactly how much you're taking in. Now, if you're completely new to this idea of tracking your intake and you don't know how to perform those calculations, I'm gonna link you to a video that will teach you the appropriate spell. Just promise me you won't let a goblin do it for you. Did you know that 85% of the time when people encounter plateaus with their diet or their weight loss, it's actually not because their plan isn't good enough, but rather because they're failing to execute their own plan? What am I saying? Of course you didn't know that, because it came from Rance's Almanac of Made-Up Statistics, which I'll have you know is about 99.9% accurate roughly 1% of the time. Seriously, before you go making changes and dropping your calories or adding cardio based on inconsistency, I suggest you do what Link did and face yourself. Be honest with yourself, because even just those harmless 2 little tablespoons of peanut butter that you're pretending aren't happening every single day are 200 calories that are putting you on the fast track to completely eliminating the deficit you've been trying to create in the first place. So seriously, just have a conversation with yourself and say, self, why are you doing these things? Why are you trying to sabotage me? Ay! Why did you just shoot a hook shot at my head? It's not conducive to my weight loss or my health in any way, shape, or form. Self, you gotta chill with this stuff. I'm serious. You know, somewhere along the line during my career as an MMO player, and I use the word career very loosely, I came to realize that pretty much any boss worth looting is gonna require 2 or more players. So my last piece of advice for you, if you're really having trouble sticking to the plan and breaking through this plateau, is simply to invite another player to your party. And I know what you're thinking. You're worried about gimped experience, but I guarantee you, you're actually gonna gain increased experience from this. And the best part is the other player hardly has to do anything. They can just be a support class. All you're gonna do is check in with them at the end of every single day. Let them know how many calories you were supposed to eat and how many calories you actually ate. And if things start to get really serious, you can even set up consequences for yourself. Like, you gotta pay them $5 every time you mess up, or if you go off your diet plan more than once per week, then you gotta change your character from Horde to Alliance. You know, something serious, something with a little bit of weight behind it to encourage you to actually stick to the plan. And I know this sounds like really basic, simplistic stuff, but you might be surprised by just how far a little bit of accountability will take you. Anyway, that's it for this quest. Don't forget to like the video if you gain some experience points. And if you wanna skill up your physique and increase in strength and wisdom, subscribe to the channel and join the Order of Muscle and Magicka, where I arm you and other knights such as yourself with weapons and spells to fight the bro magic and misinformation that bars your path so that you can level up your fitness and nutrition. Until next time, stay vigilant. Seriously, just sit down and have a conversation with yourself and say, self, why are you doing these things? Why do you hate me? Why do you always try to ruin everything? Hey! Did you just shoot a hook shot at my face? Hey, self, what are you doing with that bomb? You put that bomb away. Can you please just be reasonable so we can